Hi, Jim Fuentes here. I'm here to talk to you about golf. I know I've talked about politics and oxygen, air. Don't stop breathing it. But I want to talk about golf. Why? I love golf. Golf is a great game. If you haven't noticed already, I like analogies. Analogies really bring things together, bring things together. Analogies are amazing. And I want to talk about golf. So, if you want to be a really good golfer, you you have to have a plan. And I realize people are like, you need to know how to hit the ball. You know what? No, you have to have a plan. Hitting the ball is something most people can learn how to do. Not everybody. There's some people who just can't do it. I've watched them. I've tried to coach some of them. Yeah. Oh, and retraining your body to play golf after shoulder surgery is not fun. Anyhow, golf. So you need to build a roadmap. You need to build a place, to get from here to there. Y'all want to get from here to there, right? So, and trust me, this will all be good in the end. You'll be okay. So golf. Anyways, so you got your roadmap to get from here to there, right? So you say I'm gonna hit my driver and I'm gonna land it right here, and then I'm gonna hit this iron and I'm gonna go to here and then I'm gonna two putt onto the screen and I'm done with the par hole and we can move on to the next one. You make a roadmap. This is what I plan on doing, right? The problem is that little golf ball. He likes road construction. I'm telling you. I don't know why that little golf ball just loves road construction and he wants to fly over there and land in trees so that you got all these road barriers to go through, and that's what he wants to do. That's his job. Actually, his job is to go where you make him go, which means you're the one who put it in the trees, but let's forget that part and talk about the road construction. Because we're talking about a map, right? You built a map. You got to get your little Google Maps out there for your golf course, and you're going to drive to here, just like you're driving down so-and-so highway till you get to such and such street, right? That's what you're doing, right? Drive down the fairway, and then you're on 9-iron street, and you 9-iron onto the green, and you two putt in. That's the plan, right? But all of a sudden, you didn't drive to 9-iron street. You drove into the middle of the trees. So you're in the middle of the trees. So you've got this nice little 40-yard shot that you can go underneath this tree, a little chip shot, just trying to drive it underneath the tree, drop it out in the fairway. So you got a clean shot back to 9-iron street, or maybe even, Wedge street, who knows. Or you can take the scenic route, which is basically you do the S turn around the couple of trees, which looks like this, by the way. And then you got to do the Q shot where it goes up over the tree and then back down to get on the green. Yeah. And you know what? If you can do that shot, I want to see it. But I know guys who always try to do that shot. Well, I can squeeze it between there and slide it around there and get it to go up over that tree. No, just take the 40-yard shot. Just take the 40-yard shot. Put it in the fairway. Get yourself a good shot at the green, right? Just readjust. You know what I'm saying? I know you're saying, Jim, you talk politics, you talk this, you talk that, you talk about oxygen. Yeah, but I'm getting there. Okay, I'm getting there. A presidential election, in fact, any election, is like playing golf. It is. It's like driving from point A to point B with a whole bunch of stuff in the middle that you never know what's going to happen. Okay? That's what it's like. Okay? So, my thought on this whole thing is that you need to treat your trip through this presidential election like you're driving down a road that you don't know if there's going to be road construction. You need to pay attention, right? Because there's idiots on the road. I'm telling you, there's idiots on the road. You've been out there. You've seen them. There's idiots on the golf course. I've been out there. I've seen them. You need to treat this presidential election just like that. Okay, just like a road trip. So you're driving down the road and you go, wait a second, we got to go over here and look at this. We got to go look at this and see what this is and see if this is an accurate statement. Or we got to go over and look at this and see if this is an accurate statement. And that's because there's road construction. So my thought is pay attention. Okay? Look out for the road construction. Be cautious of the idiots. Don't let the wild guy who lit the car on fire distract you from where you're heading. Okay? Be cautious of the wild guy with a car on fire, but don't let him distract you. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Okay? We need to do that. We need to run our lives the same way we play the golf course. You make a plan. If you end up in the trees, you find a way to get out. Safest, easiest way to get on the green and get on and get it in the cup. Same thing you would like when you're driving somewhere and you're driving up I-80 and all of a sudden there's road construction or there's a fire or there's an accident or there's a motorcycle guy who decided to do 140 miles an hour and run into another car, whatever it is. And all of a sudden you need to slow down and get all the way in the left lane to go around all the traffic that's stuck in the right lane because that's where the accident is. And then you get to drive for an hour to get 4 miles before you get to go back up to 60 miles an hour again. That's the analogy I'm going with right there. Okay, I told you analogies are awesome, aren't they? They're great. Okay, so pay attention to what's going on. Look all around you, but don't lose your focus on, I need to find out who the right person for me is. Okay? That's the way we deal with elections. At least that's the way you should deal with elections. So don't let the rioters bother you. Know they're out there. Be careful. Don't get sucked into a riot. Don't get hurt by people in a riot. But know they're out there. Okay? Know the wacko crazy nutbags are out there doing the wacko crazy nutbag stuff on both sides. Because there's wacko crazy nutbags on both sides. And if you don't know what a nutbag is, I'll let you do your research. Okay? I'm just saying, pay attention. Know where you're going. Know the plan you want to take. And learn as much as you can along the way. That's my view. That's what I'm thinking. I know, Jim Fuentes thinking again. But I'm hoping that somebody listens to this stuff, lets it melt into their brain, because I think that whole piece of advice works for pretty much everything. You know, buying a new car, buying a house, getting married, getting a divorce, having a kid, discussing whether or not your kid should or should not go to the riot or protest, depending on which it is. You know, should they hang out in a bar that there's no room to have any social distancing while they're in college? You know, all those things. Okay? You got to make a plan. And then sometimes crap around that plan just doesn't flow the way you think, and you have to congenialate around. Okay? So, make a plan. Figure out where you want to go. Figure out what your ideals are, your ideals, where you want to be, what you think this country should be, and then look at all the possibilities, find your goal, and go down that road, and don't let the things distract you, but learn from them on your way. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that. I'm Jim Fuentes. Have a great morning.